Good evening, Facebook and YouTube. JDev has finally returned after a long layoff to give you exactly what you want. And of course, that would be more of me giving my thoughts, my opinions, and of course, my expert analysis on a certain topic subject. Tonight, I'm just going to be giving you my top 9 favorite Eminem albums of all time. Since he has 9 major studio album releases, I figured I'd rank them from favorite to least favorite of all of Eminem's albums. And this, of course, is due to Eminem's newest album that dropped about a week and a half ago, something like that, Kamikaze, that surprisingly was released with no fanfare, no promotion at all on a Friday at like midnight, available for digital. It was on the 31st of August for download only. So I don't have the actual CD yet, or the album, I guess you could say, but I have it downloaded. But just going to rank my favorite Eminem CDs of all time, or albums, CD, album, you know what I'm talking about. And let's get started with the list. So coming in at number 9, I like the album, but it's my least favorite Eminem album. And that, of course, would be Relapse. Now, when it initially came out, I liked it. And that might have something to do with the fact that Eminem hadn't put out an album in, what was it, 4 or 5 years? I think this came out in 2009. And I don't recall Eminem putting anything out. It was 2004 that Encore came out. Maybe it was 2005, but Relapse had some good tracks on it. I really liked Underground. I thought that was a really good song. Beautiful was okay. Yeah, Crack the Bottle was, it wasn't very good. But other than that, this album, We Made You, was kind of funny, but it lacked a lot. It just didn't have it. I don't know. Eminem tried to be a bunch of different people, and it just didn't work out. So, I mean, it has a couple of good tracks, but all in all, it's the biggest garbage that Eminem's put out. So, Relapse comes in at number 9. Number 8, my 8th favorite Eminem album of all time would be Revival. Yes, the album that hardly anybody likes. I actually kind of like the album. It has some really good tracks. I like River, I like Bad Husband, I like Nowhere Fast, and I like Home. And there's a couple other songs that are catchy as well, but a lot of you didn't like it. I guess it didn't have the right sound. It seems like Eminem wanted to collaborate with everybody, and that horrible mess that was Walk on Water, that was just god-awful. I don't know. Lyrically, it was good, but it didn't fit. It didn't fit. But, I don't know. It's my opinion, but it's weak, and Eminem even thinks it's weak. All the people, the critics, think it's weak. And it's only I didn't hate it the most, though, but I certainly liked a few songs on it, but Revival comes in at number 8. Number 7, for my 7th favorite Eminem album of all time, that would be the Slim Shady LP. Now, a lot of you are probably surprised. Here is my reasoning for putting this so low on the list. So, I didn't hear this album initially. The first Eminem album I ever listened to was actually the Marshall Mathers LP. So when I listened to the Slim Shady LP, this had a really different sound compared to the Marshall Mathers LP, and I didn't like it. I mean, there's a couple of good tracks, obviously. Guilty Conscience, Role Model. Yeah, that's what I like. I mean, Rock Bottom's all right. Yeah, Role Model, Rock Bottom, Guilty Conscience. If I Had, I like that one too, but the rest of it, I don't know, it just had a different sound. It's hard to explain, but I guess if I would have listened to this first, my opinion probably would have been different, but since I initially listened to the Marshall Mathers LP first, this is low on my list, so what can I do? So, Slim Shady LP coming in at number 7. Number 6, my 6th favorite Eminem CD of all time would be Encore. Now, this album CD, it lacks a lot, but I mean, if you go back and listen to it, it has a lot of good tracks. It has like Toy Soldiers, it has Yellow Brick Road, it has Ass Like That, which is okay. Just Lose It, it's hilarious. I think that's a funny song. It's not as good as Without Me, and I do like the last song on the track, Encore, with 50 Cent and Dr. Dre. And then it has Mosh, which is okay, and yeah, Mockingbird, which is good. But just the placement of the songs on the album, I guess, I don't know, it didn't work. And then why would he put We as Americans and Love You More on the bonus disc? That should have been included on the main CD. If you include those songs on the main CD and you get rid of, I would say get rid of One Shot, Two Shot by D12 because that song sucks, and something else, this is a much better CD, and it still is a good CD, and it's very underrated. I guess when you have the Eminem show and then you go to Encore, it's really hard to top. So Encore, number 6 on my list. Number 5. Now this album, I don't actually have the album yet because he hasn't released it. I have it on download, but it's apparently not being released until the 25th-ish, 24th. And then, of course, would be Eminem's newest CD, which is Kamikaze. It's a good track, good songs, or good album. It's got a few good songs. I really like Stepping Stone, and everything else is really good. It just, I wish he would have had a couple more tracks to it to make it complete, because it seems kind of short, but it's worth a listen to. Of course, the MGK disc and all the other discs that are on the CD. It's great. A lot of people like it. I'm not so high on this. Some people put it third of all time on their Eminem. Oh, let me rephrase that. Somebody that I respect their opinion a lot when it comes to Eminem put that third on his favorite Eminem CDs of all time. Out of the 9 that I'm ranking here, he put it number 3. I unfortunately didn't put it that high, but nonetheless, Kamikaze coming in at number 5. Number 4 on my awesome countdown of my favorite Eminem CDs of all time would be the Marshall Mathers LP 2. This was actually a good listen. It had some songs that were different on it, I'll admit, but it also had some songs that were really entertaining. For instance, I liked Bad Guy. I also liked Legacy. I liked Asshole. Of course, Monster. That was entertaining. Rap God was okay. A lot of people liked that. It was okay. I mean, lyrically, it was good. And Eminem really went fast on it. Headlights, I love that song. And then everything else from memory was okay. So good CD, good listen to. Certainly one of Eminem's best CDs. I mean, that's why it's number 4 on the list. But yeah, doesn't get higher than that, but certainly a good listen to it. And a lot of people rate it a little bit lower, and maybe they should look at it again and listen to it again. So Marshall Mathers LP 2, number 4 on the list. Number 3, an awesome CD. My top 3, one of Eminem's best CDs. The album that was awesome, that brought Eminem back. Recovery. This was a really good CD. When I first heard it, when I first listened to this was really good. It still is really good. Lots of good tracks, of course. Specifically, Not Afraid is good. The Lil Wayne song, No Love, I really like. Spacebound's good. 25 to Life is good. Going Through Changes is good. Talking to Myself. I mean, this has a lot of good tracks. Cinderella Man. Now, the one song I don't like that I haven't really listened to a lot is Love the Way You Lie, featuring Rihanna, and I just haven't really listened to that song because I heard it too much, and maybe I should give that one a listen to again. But this has a lot of good tracks. Really good album. It's definitely a step up from the crap that came up before that, which was Relapse. So M did good with this CD. So Recovery coming in at number 3. Number 2 on my all-time favorite Eminem CDs of all time list would be the Marshall Mathers LP, the first one. This was an awesome CD. It's got some good tracks. Of course, The Real Slim Shady. You've got Stan. You've also got the song Kim, which I really like. Under the Influence, featuring D12, which was entertaining. Criminal, which was really good. The song On Back, the song Marshall Mathers. Kill You was awesome. But then, of course, you've got the Hitmaker, the best Eminem song of all time, but not my favorite Eminem CD of all time. And, of course, that would be The Way I Am. What an awesome... I actually had this CD right away. One of my friends actually burned it for me. I didn't know who the hell Eminem was. And I put it on for a few moments here and there, skipped through a few things and hated it. But then I saw the music video to The Way I Am on TRL back in 2000. I'm like, this music video is awesome. Wait a minute, I have that CD. And then I fell in love with it. And then eventually I listened to the Slim Shady LP. And that's kind of where my love for Eminem came. with the Way I Am music video. So Marshall Mathers LP, number 2 on my list. And the Champions album of all time, my favorite album of all time, my favorite Eminem album of all time, The Eminem Show. This CD is, you put it on and you don't even have to stop playing it. It's so awesome. I mean, you've got Cleaning Out My Closet, you've got Superman, you've got Without Me, you've got White America, you've got Business, you've got Soldier, you've got Say Goodbye to Hollywood, you've got Drips, Say What You Say, When the Music Stops, My Dad's Gone Crazy. I mean, this CD is it's filled with hit makers, and even Sing for the Moment, which I didn't really like, but a lot of people do like. But yeah, this is packed, jam-packed with good songs. If you don't have this CD, you should go buy it. It's Eminem's best, and I sense this will probably be the best CD of all time for him. I don't see how he can top the Eminem Show. So that's where I'm at with things. Those are my favorite Eminem CDs of all time in order. Let's recap in case you forgot. So number 9, starting the list off, would be Relapse. Number 8 would be Revival. Number 7, surprisingly, was the Slim Shady LP. 6, of course, was Encore. Number 5, I gave it to Kamikaze. Number 4 was the Marshall Mathers LP 2. Number 3, Recovery. Number 2, the Marshall Mathers LP. And number 1, my favorite Eminem CD of all time, is The Eminem Show. So that's my list. Of course, you may have a much different opinion. I'm sure a lot of you, almost all of you, will rate the Slim Shady LP a lot higher than I did. And as I stated before, the reason why I rated it so low is the first CD I heard of Eminem was, or album CD, was the Eminem, or the Marshall Mathers LP. So then when I hear the Slim Shady LP, it's a lot different sound, a lot more different sound, and that's why I have it rated so low, because I just don't like it as much. I mean, it's got a few good tracks, but nothing too special in my opinion. So there you have it. Certainly give your thoughts, rank your list. Please rank your list. I know you watch the videos, but leave a comment. And some of you that don't ever comment but are big Eminem fans, maybe you should give your opinions on this. If you probably know more than I do, I think you should rank your favorite Eminem CDs of all time. It would be interesting to hear what your favorite Eminem CD album is, and I certainly would like to hear your opinion. So there's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad to be back, and I'll catch you later.